For her to go spend the night somewhere and not let him know where she was, come on. I think she's doing the dirty.
Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Behind the Drama. We're here with fan fave Ed. We're breaking down the first episode of The Last Resort. Ed, how are we feeling?
It's going to be crazy.
There was a lot of drama.
There's a lot of drama. I've been through it before. I'm a veteran, so I was on the first season. And it's always interesting when they get together for the meet and greet, cocktail party.
Yes.
I can already see wheels spinning.
Честно, давай начнем.
Беременна или нет?
Нет.
Как поправилась?
Why did I even talk with you? Why did I even trying to start fresh? And you already trying to insult me by my weight? You, I'm not fat.
We saw it with Natalie. She was really coming in hot this episode.
yeah.
What did you make of that? Do you think there's going to be more drama with Natalie, Jasmine, maybe Julia?
I don't think Jasmine is done with Natalie.
Okay.
I think we're going to see some, not quite the Angela scene, but I think there's going to be quite a bit of drama.
The trailer did show them going at, coming at each other. So
Yes.
I guess we'll just have to keep watching to find out what happens.
I am crushing on Ari, I think.
Okay.
The guy that cheated on her. She's 34. She has a son. I think she's hot. So if you're listening, call me. I'm kidding. No, but everybody on there, they're great cast. Rob and Sophie. Rob's my boy. He's my favorite. I really hope they can work it out. I think he's made some mistakes, but I think his heart is in the right place. Although I don't think she's ready to settle down.
You could sleep here outside.
Oh my gosh, I could, couldn't I? Do you think there'd be a lot of bugs, though?
I mean,
Snakes?
venomous?
There's snakes in
Venomous?
Phoenix. Rattlesnakes.
But they are venomous.
Yes.
Yeah, you should sleep outside.
Well, thank you for that.
We have to jump back to Jasmine and Gino.
Yes.
They have had a lot of issues over the years. We've seen it unfold in past seasons. What did you make of them revealing that they haven't slept in the same bed for 8 months? Do you think they can come back from this?
I'm not sure. As I mentioned before, I've spent some time with Jasmine and Gino in New York, and she doesn't really respect him. She always talks down to him, and she always complains that they don't have sex, but yet when we're in New York, they wouldn't even sleep in the same bed. So I'm like, how can you get, closure, with being physical if you're not being physical, if you're not in the same bed together? So that for me is kind of, I don't know what that's about. I don't know. I think it's more of her in the end. Unfortunately, I don't think she's attracted to Gino, who's a really nice guy.
You're saying you cheated on me?
Don't ask questions of things you don't want to know.
No. Answer the
You don't want to
question.
know.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying. You don't want to know. That means you cheated on me and you're with a guy.
And at the end of the episode, it seemed to hint that she might be cheating on him. I don't know if you picked up on that, but that seems...
She's cheating on him, I can tell you right now. For her to go away, which is completely, again, the word respect, for her to go spend the night somewhere and not let him know where she was, come on. I think she's doing the dirty behind his back, which, you should just tell the person, look, I'm not into you, instead of going behind his back. So,
do you think they could come back from this? Do you think that the resort experience could help them?
There's always a chance. I don't want to be Mr., negative, but I don't know how much therapy it's going to take or how many years it's going to take, but I don't think they really have a chance.
Over the course of this 3 years of Natalie and I dating, we've been on again, off again. We've never, really lived together. But we've had moments that we've actually been really connected. And we have a really good physical relationship. That's never been our problem.
We saw Natalie and Josh arrive, and as we said, it seems like there's going to be a lot of drama with Natalie this season. I didn't realize that we were going to actually be seeing more of them in the future after everything that happened with their last season on the show. Do you think they're together for the right reasons?
There's a difference between having sex with somebody and being intimate. I don't think they have an intimate relationship. I think they have a very physical relationship based on sex. I think it's I'm from Arkansas. It's like a weekend hayride.
More of a fling.
Yeah, it's a fling. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I don't think they're serious.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, at least that's the feeling I didn't get.
Well, maybe the resort will help them. Maybe the therapist could help them gain that kind of intimacy with each other.
You know, again, anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're willing to be open and really let your guard down and want to work on yourself, I think.
Definitely. Now, I also want to say I love Darcy and Stacy personally. I love them. I think they're so fun to watch. And Stacy and Florian, they're back. Stacy revealed that she had previously gotten really sick and was disappointed that Florian wasn't there for her during that difficult time. Were you surprised to hear that?
You know, not really. Nothing against European men, but European men have kind of a different way, I think, of showing how they care.
Okay.
And I think it had a lot to do with his upbringing. I love Stacy and Darcy. I cannot tell them apart, to be honest. They sound, if you close your eyes, they sound exactly the same. I hope, though, that he will stand behind her, you know, and because when relationships go through, you know, medical situations, you have to really be able to depend on that person to be there for you.
Yeah.
For moral support, emotional support, and that really helps in the healing. Mm-hmm. And you gotta know that person's in your you gotta know that person's in your court.
Well, that's when you can tell if someone's like really there for
Right.
you in the hard times, not just
Yeah.
the good times. Speaking of good times, though, Florian has been, I guess, partying it up, is what Stacy said. Do you think this could be a potentially bigger issue for them, especially given that he was unfaithful in the past?
Yeah. My favorite quote is, behavior doesn't have to define who we are. I think he's trying to get something out of his system.
Okay.
And I hope that is. There's no excuse for infidelity whatsoever. You know, as long as you're being careful and your partying is as long as your partying is under control and you're being responsible, you know, I see it just as bad behavior.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to necessarily define who he is. Mm-hmm. But definitely any type of infidelity's out of the question.
Vinny wants to shake my hand. This is so nauseating. Like, I have a child with you, and, you know, like, we've shared our lives. He's such an ass, man. Who the is, like, he's such an ass.
Now, moving on to another couple, Ari and Biniam. They're having some major issues in their relationship. She moved with her child to Ethiopia and says he stopped calling her. And he also claims that he's been cheating on her. What was your reaction to seeing all of that unfold, including like the strange way he greeted her with just a handshake?
Yeah, I'm probably not the right person to ask because I'm kind of crushing on Ari.
Okay.
I think she's really attractive. I think, you know, I've been in that sort of situation when your partner is pregnant. You know, you obviously have other feelings for other women.
Mm-hmm.
That it just happens. I think we're biologically built that way. I don't like him at all. I don't get a good feeling for him, and the fact that I believe he is cheating on her, and for him to do that, and she's, you know, with a child, I mean, she's kind of stuck. Like, how do you?
Yeah.
Like, how do you get out of that? And then I worry about how that's going to affect the child.
Well, also, he seemed more concerned about getting his social media passwords back than as opposed to
I
actually
know.
mending things with her.
Yeah, that was the first words out of his mouth. Can I get my social media password? So, yeah, that he rubbed me the wrong way.
And you were obviously there last season. Mm-hmm. Getting all these kinds of big personalities together under one roof, what is it like experiencing that? Because I feel like we're seeing that unfold again this season.
Yeah. My experience is this, is you are constantly comparing your relationship to other people's relationship. And like, I thought Liz and I were like the winners, but obviously we weren't. It is different seeing these couples on TV, you know, on the big screen, and then being with them in person. Mm-hmm. But what I notice is we all have this commonality. We all struggle with the same trust issues, you know, intimacy issues, and all that. We all have the same struggles in a relationship. Mm-hmm. There's a commonality to that.
If you ask Sophie, it's all the way one-sided. All of our problems are just me. And I don't think that's fair because recently I found out some information that just completely folded me when it comes to trust. If she's gonna hold me accountable for my lies from over 2 years ago, then she needs to reveal all of her secrets as well.
Lastly, we caught up with Rob and Sophie. You obviously know them. You've been on the show with them. Some fans were shocked that they are actually still trying to work things out. Were you shocked?
I am. Well, Rob doesn't want to give up. Like I think he made a mistake. He realized it. Last season, I think he really does love her very much.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's over him.
Okay.
And I think she might be, unfortunately, playing for the other team.
Okay.
I mean, fortunately and unfortunately. Unfortunate for Rob, fortunate for the girl that she's with, yeah. I think there's some shenanigans that were happening last season that I was aware of, and I just don't think she's ready to settle down. And poor Rob is kind of like a lost puppy dog.
Thank you so much for tuning in to 90 Day Fiancé Behind the Drama. Make sure to tune in every week to catch up with your faves from the 90 Day franchise and also find out what's happening on one of TLC's best shows.